Aida is a film that immediately confronts the audience with the uncomfortable yet profound intricacies of human identity and societal perception. From the opening sequence, the camera lingers on Aida's face, capturing subtle nuances of her expression that speak volumes about her internal struggle. The film's narrative is built around the tension between personal truth and public expectation, and nowhere is this tension more vividly portrayed than in Aida's interactions with her family and close friends. Each scene meticulously constructs a sense of claustrophobia, not in the physical sense, but in the psychological sphere, making the audience feel the weight of judgment and expectation pressing down on Aida. The opening dinner scene, for instance, is deceptively mundane, yet every glance, every hesitant pause in dialogue conveys a complex web of unspoken assumptions. The camera's slow pans and tight close-ups on the characters' hands and subtle facial tics make the environment feel alive with tension, a tension that Aida navigates with both courage and trepidation. The cinematography here is worth noting for its restrained elegance, using natural light and long takes to foster a feeling of intimacy and authenticity, avoiding the trap of melodrama that many films dealing with similar themes often succumb to. There is a deliberate contrast between the vibrancy of the external world and the constrained atmosphere within domestic spaces, mirroring the duality of Aida's existence as someone struggling between self-expression and societal compliance. As the story progresses, the plot delves deeper into the psychological layers of the characters, particularly through Aida's relationship with her romantic interest. Their encounters are charged with both tenderness and latent tension, often unfolding in seemingly ordinary settings like cafes or city streets. The director's choice to focus on mundane environments underscores the idea that prejudice and internal conflict are not abstract concepts but are woven into the everyday fabric of life. Aida's personal journey is punctuated by moments of quiet defiance, which are contrasted sharply with public humiliation and the scorn of peers. A notable example occurs during a scene at a local festival, where Aida attempts to participate in community festivities but finds herself subjected to subtle mockery. Here, the film explores the theme of visibility and invisibility, portraying how individuals are constantly negotiating their presence and identity within spaces that are neither fully welcoming nor overtly hostile. The use of sound design in these sequences is particularly effective, with ambient noises of laughter, music, and chatter juxtaposed against the internal monologue of Aida's apprehension, amplifying the sense of isolation. Another compelling sequence is Aida's confrontation with an old friend who embodies the societal pressures she struggles against. This scene is staged almost theatrically, with long unbroken takes that emphasize the tension and emotional weight of the dialogue. The interplay of silence and speech here is masterfully handled, with pauses carrying as much significance as words themselves. The narrative does not shy away from discomfort, instead embracing it as a tool to foster empathy and reflection in the audience. One of the most poignant aspects of Aida is its exploration of the intersection of sexual identity with cultural and familial expectation. Aida's parents, for instance, are portrayed not as one-dimensional antagonists, but as products of their environment, whose love is sincere yet constrained by societal norms. This complexity adds a layer of realism that elevates the film beyond mere melodrama, inviting the audience to consider the nuanced realities faced by those navigating non-conforming identities. Comparisons can be drawn to other cinematic works that tackle similar themes, yet Aida distinguishes itself through its commitment to subtlety and emotional authenticity. Unlike films that resort to sensationalism or overt didacticism, Aida relies on the audience's capacity for observation and emotional intelligence, trusting viewers to absorb meaning from gestures, expressions, and the intricate choreography of human interaction. Aida also excels in its visual storytelling, employing motifs and symbolism that resonate throughout the film. Mirrors, for example, appear recurrently, reflecting Aida's struggle with self-perception and societal scrutiny. Water, light, and urban landscapes are used with similar symbolic precision, enhancing the narrative without detracting from the realism of the characters' experiences. The film's pacing is deliberate, allowing scenes to breathe and giving the audience space to engage with the characters' emotional landscapes. The choice of music, understated yet emotionally resonant, further complements the visual narrative, creating a cohesive sensory experience. The interplay of sound, image, and performance results in a cinematic tapestry that is at once intimate and expansive, grounding universal themes in the specificity of Aida's lived experience. On a personal level, the film resonates deeply with anyone who has felt the dissonance between inner truth and external expectation. It evokes the memory of countless conversations, moments of quiet defiance, and the small yet significant acts of courage that define the journey toward authenticity. In reflecting upon Aida, one is reminded that the struggle for self-acceptance is often as much about navigating the gaze of others as it is about internal reconciliation. The film's ending is both restrained and powerful, offering no facile resolution, but leaving the audience with a profound sense of hope tempered by realism. Aida's story, in its specificity, speaks to broader human experiences, the longing for connection, the pain of exclusion, and the beauty of self-realization. Through its meticulous attention to detail, empathetic character development, and thoughtful cinematic techniques, Aida stands as a testament to the power of film to illuminate the human condition and provoke introspection.